Hello students, welcome to this video lecture on the subject Basic Electronics. This is the subject for Diploma Electrical Engineering third semester. Okay, the subject code of which is WE/S3/BE. Today I am going to discuss on the topic bipolar junction transistor, simply BJT. Okay. Myself Gaur Gopal Jana, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. In bipolar junction transistor, first we will learn the definition of BJT. After that, construction of bipolar junction transistor, terminals of BJT, different types of package of BJT, then important factors about bipolar junction transistor, and finally operations of bipolar junction transistor, and at last operating modes of BJT. Okay, so students, let us go to the topic. Bipolar junction transistor. Okay, what is bipolar junction transistor? That is, it is a three-terminal semiconductor device consisting of two PN junctions which is able to amplify or magnify a signal. It is basically a current control device. Okay, now why the name transistor? Okay, the word transistor is derived from the words transfer and resistor. Okay, this name describes the operation of BJT, that is, the transfer of input signal from a low resistance circuit to a high resistance circuit. It will be learn a little later. Okay, now this type of transistor is made up from semiconductor. In the previous lectures we have already studied the what is semiconductor and n-type, p-type semiconductor, etc. Now in this type of transistor, any one type of semiconductor is sandwiched between other type of semiconductor. For example, when an n-type can be sandwiched between two p-type semiconductor, then it is called NPN transistor. And similarly, when a p-type semiconductor is sandwiched between two n-type semiconductors, then it is called NPN transistor. We will discuss about them little later. Okay, now as there are two junctions in different type of semiconductors, this is called junction transistor. It is also called bipolar because the conduction mechanism occurs due to both type of current carriers, that is electrons and holes. Therefore the name bipolar junction transistor. In the previous lectures we have already studied the PN junction diode. Okay, here if a n-type and p-type semiconductor is close to each other, then it forms a PN junction. When two such PN junction is connected back to back, then it is it can be considered as a transistor. That is, two PN junction diode is connected keeping a common transistor in middle, that is NP and PN. The P junction is common for and connected together, therefore a NPN transistor formed. Similarly, when Pn and another Pn here, n semiconductor is common for both the diodes, therefore a PNP transistor formed. Okay, so there are two junctions and there are three terminals. Okay, in both cases there are two junctions and three terminals. Here the middle section is thinner compared to other two. Okay, now the construction of bipolar junction transistor. Already I have discussed that when this p-type semiconductor is sandwiched between two p-type semiconductor, then it is known as PNP transistor, and when a p-type semiconductor is sandwiched between two n-type semiconductor, then it is called NPN transistor. In both the cases the middle portion is thinner compared to other two, and also the doping of these semiconductors are different. That is, emitter portion is here three sections, that is emitter portion section, and middle one is base section, and this is collector section. The emitter section is highly doped in both cases, and base junction is lightly doped and collector junction is moderately doped, and also the width of these three layers are different. That is, the width is maximum for collector section and minimum for base section, and it is the moderate, this is in between the width of base and collector, that is emitter section. Okay, in both the cases. This is the diode analogy of PNP transistor and NPN transistor. Okay, here the n side of both diode is joined together and a common terminals are taken out from here, which is known as base terminal. Now, as I told that transistor is a three terminal device, therefore three sections of doped semiconductor. Transistor has three sections of doped semiconductor. The section one side is called, means first section is called emitter, and the opposite side is called collector, and the middle section is called base. This is the transistor symbol. Actually, particularly it is NPN transistor symbol. How? That is, in emitter terminal there is an arrowhead. If the direction of this arrowhead outwards, then it is NPN. When the arrowhead direction is inwards, then it is known as the symbol of PNP transistor. Now, as I told that the transistor is a three terminal device. First one is emitter terminal. Emitter terminal is such terminal through which majority carriers enter into the transistor. Okay, in normal operation the emitter is always forward biased with respect to base. Therefore, for NPN transistor, the majority carrier electrons enter into the transistor, and for PNP transistor, holes is entered through emitter terminal into the transistor. Now, another terminal is called collector terminal. It is the terminal through which the majority carriers which enters through emitter terminal is leaves through this terminal. Okay, therefore through collector terminal majority carriers leaves the transistor, and the third terminal of transistor is known as base terminal. This is the middle section which forms two PN junction between emitter and collector. It's called base. Okay, base terminal. Now the different types of package of BJT. Okay, transistors are available in many shapes and types. Okay, these are the different typical transistor packages. That is, first one is BUH515. Okay, the power of which is 50 watt, and NPN fast switching transistor is an ISOWatt 218 package, originally designed for use in analog TV time basis, but also used in switched mode power supplies. So this is the BHU 515. And another one is power transistor whose wattage is high, that is 115 watt. Okay, this is designed for switching and amplifier applications. Also this is an 2N2219 package. This is metal cased TO39 package. Okay, this package is available in high speed. Designed for this package is designed for high speed switch or for a amplification at frequencies from DC up to ultra high frequency to about 500 megahertz. Okay, another package is 2N6487 package, general purpose NPN output transistor with a power rating up to 75 watt in a TO220 package. And this is the BD135 or BD136 package. Okay, these complementary pair of low medium power audio output transistors in a SOT32 package. And these are the another package type, that is 2N222 package. These transistors are used in small signal general purpose amplifier and also switching transistors. Okay, so these are the different packages of BJT. Now the some important factors to be remembered, as I already discussed, that is the transistor has three regions whose name is emitter, base and collector. The base is much thinner compared to other two regions. Emitter is heavily doped, so it can inject large amount of carriers into the base. Base is lightly doped, so it can pass most of the carriers to the collector. Okay, and collector is moderately doped, and the junction between emitter and base is called emitter base junction. Okay, and the junction between base and collector is called collector base junction, simply the collector junction. In normal operation, the emitter junction is always forward biased and the collector junction is reverse biased. Okay, also as the emitter junction is forward biased, therefore the resistance is very small, and the resistance of collector diode is very high because of the reverse bias connection. Okay, now the operation of bipolar junction transistor. Okay, a single PN junction has two different type of bias, that is forward biased and reverse bias. Already I have discussed detail in the previous lectures. Okay, here two PN junctions are there. So for an example, it is an NPN transistor. Okay, here two junctions, that is emitter junction. The junction between emitter and base is known as emitter junction, and the junction between base and collector is known as collector junction. So how it will be connected in forward biased? The emitter junction is forward biased, means if a battery is connected such that the negative pole of the battery is connected to emitter and respect to the base, that is positive pole is connected to base, then it is known as forward biased. And reverse bias means if this PN portion, means emitter and base, is considered as a NP diode, then the battery's positive pole is connected to N side and negative pole is connected to P side, then it is known as reverse bias condition. Thus, the two PN junction device has four types of bias. Okay, this is the collector junction and this is the emitter junction, means base to collector and base to emitter junction. So when both junctions are reverse biased, the transistor operating mode is cut off. When collector junction forward and emitter junction reverse biased, also the transistor is in cut off mode. Okay, now if the collector junction is reverse biased and base junction is forward biased, this is only in this condition, this is active mode of operation. So for normal operation, the collector junction must be in reverse bias and emitter junction must be in forward bias. And if both the junctions are forward biased, then the operating mode is saturation. Okay, saturation mode of operation. Now the operation of NPN transistor. Okay, as I told that emitter junction must be connected in forward bias, so the negative pole of the battery is connected to N side of the NPN transistor, means emitter. This forward bias applied in between emitter to base and also the reverse bias. Reverse bias means the collector of NPN transistor is connected to the positive pole of the battery. Okay, in emitter junction, when it is connected in forward bias, a large number of electron to move towards the base. Okay, as the electron repels the electrons in the N region, because in N region electrons are majority in number, therefore the positive pole of the battery repels these electrons, which will moves towards the junction, towards the base junction, and due to which we will get a current that is known as emitter current. Okay, now as this electron flow towards p-type base, they will try to recombine with holes in the base region. Okay, as base is lightly doped, only few electrons from the emitter junction recombines with holes in the base region, and these recombined electrons constitute small base current. Okay, IB, and remaining electrons will reach at the collector portion, collector region. Okay, due to which we will get a current that is known as collector current, IC. Therefore, the current enters into the transistor IE is equal to the base current, which is IB, and the collector current IC. Okay. Now the operation of a PNP transistor. Okay, here also the PNP transistor is emitter junction of this PNP transistor is connected in forward bias, because the P side of PNP transistor is connected to the positive pole, and also the collector junction is reverse bias. P side is connected to the negative pole of the battery. Now in the P region, holes are the majority in number. So the positive pole of the battery repels this hole towards the base. So these holes crosses the junction, due to which we will get a emitter current. Okay. And when these holes reaches at base region, it will recombines with some electrons in this N region, base region, and so few number of holes recombines with electrons in base region, because base is lightly doped, and the remaining part of these holes will reach at collector junction. When it reaches at collector junction, the negative pole of the battery attracts these holes, and holes will moving towards this direction. Okay, due to which we will get a current, that is collector current. Okay, therefore here also emitter current is the summation of base current and the collector current. So these points I have already discussed. Here in this figure we can see in NPN transistor the direction of current movement, according to which the symbol is given here. Means in normal operation, that is in emitter junction when forward bias and collector junction reverse bias, this arrow specify the direction of current. Okay, and also for NPN transistor the current is flowing in this direction, means through the emitter terminal the current enters into the transistor, therefore the arrowhead inverts the transistor. So these are the symbols of NPN and PNP transistor. Now there are three operating modes of transistor. Okay, that is active mode of operation, when base emitter junction is forward biased and base to collector junction is reverse biased. Simply when the emitter junction is forward biased and collector junction is reverse biased, this is known as active mode. When both the junction, that is emitter junction and collector junction, is forward biased, that is known as saturation mode of operation. And when both junctions are reverse biased, that is known as cutoff mode. In the next lecture we will discuss different configurations of transistor connection and other things. Okay, so these are the references used in this video lecture. So if you have any difficulty to understand the topic discussed today, then you can contact me through these email IDs. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day.